god, that is genius! Hello everyone, welcome back to CF Reacts. My name is Casper. Today I'm actually here with Epic the Musical, and Mortius isn't here because I'm now beginning to go back onto the sagas we've already covered and actually take a look at some of the other animatics that I think people called them the alternate ones, but since none of this is actually like visually canon, I guess these are just other like ones that I haven't seen. We've done a bunch that Mortius has picked out, which is apparently what like the Epic community considers the ones. Where there was a little bit of debate about the Ruthlessness one. We watched both. Oh, I don't remember the names. I'm so bad at names. But anyway, all of those are on Patreon right now. If you're gonna if you want to check out the Ocean Saga reactions, because both Cyclops and Troy Saga are already out. There's a playlist in the description. And yeah, obviously Ocean Saga comes out on the 27th of May, which I believe is next Monday or something like that. So that's going to be cool. For now, though, I want to go back and take a look at some of the animatics that I missed, because I absolutely love this musical and I want to continue to explore every single corner of it. So this one will actually go on YouTube, but the rest of them, or most of them, are going to be exclusive to Patreon. So if you want to watch the rest of these reactions to the alternate animatics, then you can do so on Patreon. Other than that, thank you so much for the support recently. I can't wait to get into this. I've been doing a ton of like fan songs, and I've been working out with Mortius how we're gonna approach once we're all caught up, because Mortius and I don't really know if we want to go into the next act together, or if we do them separately blind. We'll have to see that, but we'll make that work. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna shut up, and we're gonna see what Wolfy, just gonna double check, Wolfy the Witch. So this is Wolfy the Witch's Warrior of the Mind. I believe we saw it was either Murchie's or, you know what, I'm just gonna double check. It's the one below here. Yeah, so it is actually Murchie. Yeah, so we've seen Murchie's with Mortius, and now I'm gonna take a look at Wolfy the Witches. So yeah, let's do it.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
Ooh, I like that. He's like back in the forest. It's almost like he's back in Warrior, in Warrior of the Mind. They are actually in this forest. In the Murchie version, they're actually in this forest. When they're going for the flashback, they're back in the forest. Now here, initially, Athena is not on screen as first. That's a really, really cool approach. Also, Warrior of the Mind, the piano arrangement for this is so good. Like, it's so cool.
I see you changing from how I've designed you.
Ooh.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom.
Oh my god, that is genius. Self-reflecting, and then it pulls him in. That's so cool.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you.
Oh, genius.
Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission. Create the greatest warrior.
Okay, so Wolfy is going the like engraved Greek story way, which is a really, really cool touch. I believe that Murchie used this like piano intro piece as like a way to introduce the animatic, and then switch to the flashback. And here Wolfy, sorry, they because don't want to assume anything, they went with the way of this, where Athena's actually explaining the story, which is really cool. I really also love just how tiny Odysseus is next to Athena, because she is supposed to be a god. This is the one I'm pretty sure that my goodbye was Wolfy. Because this character design with the helmet, I'm not forgetting, because like I am the #1 Athena hater, because I'm gonna assume you guys are caught up when you're watching this. Just for reference, I am not caught up. I just finished the Ocean Saga with Mortius as I'm filming this. We're doing the the Circle Saga. I think the Ocean Saga was the What Saga, and now the next one is the Circle Saga. I don't know. I don't know, but that's the one we're doing on Wednesday, I think. I'm not really sure. Gonna have to check that out. But yeah, so I'm the number one Athena hater because in my goodbye she talked trash about polities, and you don't do that. You don't do that. So
One mission, create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bar's own will.
Let's go!
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night.
okay, so I think it's interesting. Like they have, and I'm sure that has something to do with the Greek mythology of Athena. She probably is represented on the mortal realm by an owl or something, or maybe it's because the owl, she's the goddess of wisdom, and an owl is a a symbol of wisdom. So maybe that's also just something like that. I'm not sure. I think it's interesting looking back at the one we saw with Mortius. So this approach to the video is really smart. I like that. But I also think Athena is being a bit nice here, like smiling at him and stuff. This is really cute. He looks up and smiles. That's really sweet. I am a little curious as to where Polites is, because I'm pretty sure Polites and Eurylochus are supposed to be with him, or is that just no? That's because the one we watched they were. It's okay.
A boy whose mind rivaled the bar's own will.
Let's go!
Maybe one day.
Is this his father or something? But does Odysseus have a father? I know he has Penelope and the son, who apparently no one gives a crap about so far. Well, that's not true. He's been in like 2. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be important later on. I kind of said that maybe. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go into that. I think. Well, yeah, let's do it. I talked in I think it was Keep Your Friends Close, and that I was afraid that the very thing he sought to destroy in The Child and the Infant and Just a Man, like he canonically drops the kid, he kills it, that thing, the one he swore to create, either he's becoming that or it's waiting for him at home. So we'll see about that. But yeah, okay, so there's a character here. I would love to know. I don't know if Wolfie has some insider knowledge. This is where Mortius would have been great to have. But it's like super early for him, so I didn't want to bother him with this one. I might bring him for the next one. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I like this approach, and I love Wolfie's animation is so good.
He'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know
That's a
he'll
big boy.
change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the night.
Okay, so I don't know if that's like a father figure or something, because someone else carried him back into whatever city town they are in. Okay, so now here comes where she reveals herself. So let's see what that is.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff. Aha.
I love that part so much. I must admit I am a little confused when it comes to the fact that this is the goddess of wisdom who is being like trolled almost by a kid. Well, Odysseus was meant to be a general and all that shit, and stuff like that. But the goddess of wisdom, and you let a child fool you, right? Goddess of wisdom. If there are no haters on this earth for Athena, if there are no Athena haters on this earth, then I have perished. Just so you know, number one hater for trashing my boy Polites.
Well
My
done,
goodbye.
enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena, badass in the arena.
That is so cool, Wolfie. Revealing that's so dope, because so far Odysseus doesn't act well. Odysseus knows, but she hasn't revealed that she's Athena. But then now she knows, oh, he knows I'm Athena. She decides to drop the hood, which is usually, you know, anonymity is something we associate hoods with, and then back, and then this impossible helmet is hiding underneath it, showing goddess powers, obviously. And then something that I've been told by you guys is that the gods have the power to summon a choir to, you know, and that's like the you are Athena. And then there is a Athena, which, even though it's Odysseus singing, I would assume that that's her summoning a choir to hype herself up. I don't know, but it definitely is not Odysseus.
So let's be honest, you are Athena, badass in the arena, unmatched, witty, and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Again, Wolfie, genius. Already the first moment that they're talking about it, he stumbles there's something with his knee here, he stumbles, and she catches him like the mentor she's gonna be for him. That's really cool.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best is the friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one
It's L5, that's great.
day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem,
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that Odysseus is actually, well, at this point I assume he's a prince, and now he's gonna become king. I completely forgot that he's the king of whatever. I forgot the name of this. He says it when he's doxing himself to Polyphemus like a dumbass. But yeah, and then this is where he's crowned. I like this kind of like montage clipping we got going on here. Well done, Wolf.
we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind.
Oh my god, Wolfie. You, every time I'm like pointing out the genius of your animation, you just like overdo, like not overdo, you outdo yourself. Like look at this frame here. You see Odysseus sitting on the grand throne, but the wisdom of the owl of Athena is actually above him, spreading the wings. You know, I think that's awesome. Such a cool frame, such a symbolic frame.
I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, and we're back to the puddle. Oh my god. That's so cool, Wolfie. My goodness, you genius. So, I subscribe to Wolfie. Like the main reason is that I've been wanting to go to Wolfie and Merxy and everyone and subscribe to them, but I'm really trying to avoid spoilers. I've been good so far that the most I've been spoiled are song titles, which is, you know, okay. For example, I knew that like some of the like the Ocean Saga, I knew Storm, I think, or something like that, and I also know now that there is the Underworld Saga waiting for me as the finale of Act 1, but I don't know the songs yet. I just know that there's one called The Underworld, and in a sense, I guess it kind of spoils, because I would be very surprised if Hades is not in the Underworld Saga. If he is, then, you know, great, cool, like that's fine, probably expected. I would have known as soon as I hear that we're going into the Underworld Saga, so that's not a massive spoiler. But I don't know any of the song names, and I'm trying to keep it that way. And obviously these animators are doing their best to push out their genius, amazing content when, you know, when the sagas come out, because that's I guess when they feel inspired. But yeah, Wolfie, this is amazing. I would love to know, I don't know if there's I think it's the heaviest file. I hope you enjoy. Catch some Odyssey references and chapters I put in. Okay, yeah, I did not read the Odyssey. My Greek mythology is really bad. I only know like the Disney version. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out, in one of our in the Cyclops saga, I used the Disney the Disney version of Hercules, like that story, as an example. And some people thought that I was using that as my main reference point. I'm not. I know that the Disney adaptation is not 100% accurate to what, you know, is what was happening with the Greek gods and whatnot. What I said was that in the most popular modern media, which is, you know, Percy Jackson and Disney and stuff like that, the gods, the trio, like, you know, Zeus and Poseidon and stuff like that, they are portrayed as absent fathers who are dumbasses, right? But also still almighty powerful. For example, in the Disney version and in the Percy Jackson, especially in the movies, Poseidon is like this, as Morty said, surfer dad. But it's not it's not a main point. It's just like one of the many references of, you know, modern media. Wolfie, I would love to know the process. I assume maybe this with the father figures, whatever it is, with these people carrying him in as he's sleeping and stuff like that. I would love to know the thought process behind this. Is this something from the Odyssey? Did I miss that? If not, or if it's just a touch of genius from your side. I love the fact that Athena pulls him in here. What I think got me a little confused at first, right, is this, because that sound, according to my comment section, is Athena using something called a mindscape spell or something, which means that she pulls, well, Odysseus here, into her own dimension for like a little while, whereas in the real world that all happens in like a split second. Like, for example, at the end of Open Arms, when he's like, you know, you can relax, my friend, and then boom, there's like, oh, pause, and then he comes right back out after. Here it's actually portrayed as either like, because here he's running through a forest.
Have you forgotten
Right.
the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
So for me, that seems like, and this is interesting, and I think that's because I'm also maybe basing it a bit on the one I saw first, which I cannot remember the name of the one. So let me just go check who did the first one. Murchie. Wait, no, I'm stupid. I knew that. So it's Murchie. I think I already said that in the previous video, so I'm just stupid. But yeah, I think I'm basing a lot of like the first ones I saw, and we picked Morty's picked Murchies for me to watch. So here I'm interested is to the visualization of these, like, of this mindscape or whatever the thing Athena does is, because here it seems like he's still in the overworld or whatever, and is then pulled in here when he's in the puddle. Which is an interesting approach. I would love to know, like, you know, I love to see the differences in these animatics, you know, because it gives you perspective as to what's happening here, right? But it's also, I'm so bad at like remembering that these aren't canon, because this is just so good that it could be canon, you know, like in that sense. Wow. And obviously Warrior of the Mind is like top 4, I think, of maybe even top 3 epic releases so far for me. Yeah, I am so excited to check out the rest. I put out a Patreon post a couple of hours ago telling me, like, you should check out these, I was asking for animatics, like, send me animatics that I have not seen yet so I can react to them and get more epic in my system. And this was one of the suggested ones, so thank you so much, Patreons, for suggesting that one. If there is an animatic you would like me to check out, you can actually also do so over on Patreon. It is kind of, you know, over there that everything is happening. We've seen an immense growth in the community just because of Epic, which is I'm so thankful for. So thank you so much for that. Also, thanks to all the Patreons who have been supporting, doing well, everything. It's been absolutely great. The Ocean Saga reactions are already live over on my Patreon. We got Storm and Keep Your Friends Close on Mortius's channel, and Luck Runs Out and Ruthlessness on my channel. Ruthlessness is so good. So how we're gonna do this is on Patreon. They are live on our respective Patreons, and then on the 27th of May, Storm goes live on Mortius's channel, then Luck Runs Out on my channel. So we have 2 individual videos because we had to talk so much about these about the Ocean Saga. It's so good. And then on the 29th, the following Wednesday, we actually got Keep Your Friends Close on Mortius's channel, and then Ruthlessness on my channel. So there'll be 4 videos spread over 2 days, and then obviously the Cirque Saga. I really need to figure out what that's called. The 4th saga will be recorded, I think, in the following week. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. For more epic content, check out the playlist in the description, and obviously thank you so much to Mortius for showing me this. And yeah, have a good day.